Hey podcaster, I'm Tim Olberg, your podcast performance coach, with another actionable tip so you can sound like a pro and gain more podcast fans. Today's tip is podcasting right from the road. Do I sound a little different to you? Slightly? I'm podcasting from the road this episode, and the only reason I'm telling you this is because my episode is all about this. You know how important sound quality is for me when it comes to podcasting. I've even talked about what the bare minimum should be when it comes to quality in episode 67. Podcasting from the road doesn't have to be hard, and nobody really needs to know that you're doing it if you don't want them to. I'm on a Caribbean island right now. Yeah, I said Caribbean. Some people are totally annoyed with the word Caribbean. They say, it's Caribbean. If you're Johnny Depp, maybe, but I think Caribbean sounds way sexier. That's the only reason I say it. So as I was packing, I was waffling back and forth about recreating my exact studio sound from the road. Should I bring my mic, a mixer, and the stand? I don't know what the security is going to be like at this Airbnb. That's a lot of equipment to be lugging around the world when space is limited. I usually have room for three things: my flip-flops and trunks on the way down, and as much rum as I can load into my suitcase on the way back. So here's where I landed. Pun intended. I've got my Adobe Audition software on my computer for editing. As for my mic, I tested a few in my space, including a $30 USB headset mic that I brought for some of my conference calls. Perfect for that. And probably just fine if I were a guest on a podcast. Almost anything is better than your onboard mic on your laptop. But not as a host. What won for me was my iPad and a really great free recording app called Voice Record Pro. I put a link to it in my show notes. It lets you record really high quality WAV files. The only other thing I need is a soft room. That's the key to getting the most out of a not so expensive microphone, as I have explained in episode 42, Getting the Most Out of Your Mic. So this was my testing process. This house is concrete and tile from floor to ceiling. Perfect for recording, right? Well, let's start in the biggest room, the kitchen. Wonderful! Here we are in the kitchen. There's nothing more than spending an extra 3 hours on a 5-minute podcast trying to remove echo. Better yet, I'll just spend $400 now on software that will remove the echo so I can always record in crappy locations. How does that sound, honey?
The hell you will.
Okay, next! How about the bathroom? Perfect option, right? In the shower, maybe? Next. Let's try the front room. Well, this is a little different. It's got an area rug and a couple of couches. It's an improvement, but I can make it better. There are a lot of pillows here, and I love building pillow forts, so let's try something. So what I did was pile up a bunch of pillows in a corner, and you know what? This is not too bad. You can still hear a slight echo because, of course, it's still concrete, but I'm kind of squished down into a little pillow fort here, but not perfect. Next! So going back through the kitchen, and I love this space because I can hear my voice all day. Don't you think so, honey? Isn't it great?
That'd be great.
Okay, she loves it. One more space to check, and it's the bedroom. So it's got a massive sponge right in the middle of the room that should absorb some of the sound. That's the bed itself. But it also, what I found, has this mattress topper. So I whipped it off, picked it up, put it on its side vertical, and now I'm back in this little cone of mine for a little tiny sound booth. And this is what I'm using to record. Took a little time to set up, but this is what you've got to do when you're on the road. There's also a little tiny wardrobe closet that I can stick my head into. I don't know if I can stand the smell of all those tank tops that I'm not even wearing, but it's definitely an option for a dead space. So you've got to do a little bit of testing. I recorded in a couple of these locations and listened back to see what was the best. You also need to consider the time you're recording your podcast. Here in Curacao, Every house seems to have at least 5 dogs that bark all the time. There are a few chickens around, lots of traffic, even construction going on around me, so I'm picking the evening to record when it's a little quieter. As for editing, I'll use a few extra filters if I need to clean it up and beef it up a little bit, and I'll sound decent. So decent that A, you're not annoyed by the poor quality and leave. B, you're not having to work any harder to hear me than you would on any other episode of mine. And C, best case scenario, you wouldn't even notice it if I didn't even tell you that I was on the road. So what if you have guests? All these things still apply. Just make sure you've got a solid Wi-Fi connection for the interview. For me, this is sort of a working vacation. I'm still editing podcasts and coaching podcasters from here. So it's like working from home for me. Still no pants, because pants are for suckers, but now no shirt, only for client calls. If you just want to be on vacation when you're on vacation, then get ahead of your record schedule. Batch record so you can take that well-deserved break. If you absolutely need to do an episode when you're on the road, then record a solo episode. It might be easier than having to deal with a guest that week. A car can also make for a great sound booth if you need one in a pinch. And you've got one, and you're not going to fry recording for a half an hour in the heat. So let's say you've done your very best, and it comes out sounding like garbage, and doesn't meet the bare minimum requirement. I don't think I'd air it. If you can't be proud of it, throw it away. Now, does any of this matter to your listener? No! They especially don't care how big of a challenge it was setting up and getting this episode published. Oh, you poor thing. So don't mention you're on the road unless it's relevant. I'm not saying you have to hide the fact that you're on the road. Just keep it brief. It can help paint a picture of where you are and what you're doing, like right now when you're picturing me shirtless in my couch fort. If you're going to mention it, keep it short, and then get to your content, unless your episode is all about that location. And if I'm a podcaster broadcasting live from Podcast Movement, then yeah, I'm going to set the scene. It's all about the scene. Or if you're a digital nomad working around the world, or if you have a podcast about travel. A lot of people podcast from the road and do it well. Do it once and you'll quickly learn whether you'll ever want to do it again or what you need to make it better. So when you do, keep it simple, keep it soft, and keep it a secret if you can. And I hope that's just the tip you need. Wouldn't you like to be on vacation right now? Break free from your podcast? If you're tired of editing your show and don't mind me editing it pantless and shirtless from time to time, check out my podcast editing packages at podcastperformancecoach.com. I'm Tim Wahlberg. See ya!